M1 and M2 is the modulation index corresponding to the second component. Okay. Now there are two things will come into picture. Now if there are two different modulation index are there, what will be the net modulation index for this AM signal, for this multi-tone AM signal? So for that, in last class I have given a formula that net modulation index MA, net modulation index MA. So MA is equals to root over of M1 square plus M2 square. Why it is M1 M2? Because there are two different modulating frequencies are there. But if it is more than one number of modulating frequencies are there, then means the general expression will be M1 square plus M2 square dot. This is the general representation. But for this case, we have considered two different modulating frequency. Here, MA will be M1 square plus M2 square. Okay, this is the first one. Case 1 regarding the modulation index. Case 2. Case 2 means it will discuss about the bandwidth. And this bandwidth is called as transmission bandwidth. It is also called as transmission bandwidth, BW. Transmission bandwidth. So when I am going to transmit this multi-tone signal, what will be its bandwidth? So what I will write? Bandwidth is equals to twice of Fmax. Okay. So what is Fmax? Fmax means the maximum frequency available in the modulating signal. As we have considered that FM2 is greater than F1, that means my bandwidth will become twice of FM2. Okay? This is theoretical calculation. But spectral analysis also you can calculate. Now in this, which two positions are end-to-end position? This is one end and this is one end. So this frequency component you can consider higher frequency and this frequency component you can consider lower frequency. A particular power is distributed within a spectrum or within a limitation of a particular band, that is called as our bandwidth. So here if I will write bandwidth is equals to Fh minus Fl. So what is your Fh? Fh is Fc plus Fm2 minus what is your Fl? Fl is Fc minus Fm2. If you add these two, you will get twice of Fm2. So this is the bandwidth for multi-tone signal. So is this value is same as this? Yes, it is same. So this is called as the multi-tone signal, multi-tone modulation index and its transmission bandwidth. Okay. Now after this, now we need to represent this all transmitted signal, okay, in terms of electromagnetic waves, because whenever these signals are within the system, we can consider in terms of potential and current. But when we deliver this modulated signal in air or out of this system or in a particular channel, let us consider cellular phone. Okay, so what will happen? It needs to be converted into in terms of electromagnetic wave. Who will convert that electromagnetic wave? Antenna is a small device which will convert your potential and current in terms of electric field and magnetic field. For that, I will draw a small block diagram through which you people can understand properly. So let us see. So how it is transmission happens. Transmission. Okay. For that, Let us consider a source and these are two elements are there, dipoles are there, okay, dipole antenna. So this is plus and this is minus. So current will move in this particular direction as well as current will enter in this particular direction, okay, and your fields are going to generate in this particular direction like this. These are the fields. Okay. Now, since this is, let us consider I am transmitting the total modulated signal. That means my source is a modulated signal. Let us consider S suffix am of t, and it is an analogous in nature. And whatever I am transmitting, it is in a form of analog signal which is converted into an EM wave. How? We will see. So since it is an analog signal, it will have potential V suffix am and the current in the loop will have I suffix am. Okay? Next. So how this V and I is going to be converted into E and H? Because electric field and magnetic field out of this device, think that this is the device in which the transmitted signal is a modulated signal which is converted into EM wave. How it is converted? Let's see. Now, in electromagnetism, you people have come across there are 4 basic Maxwell equations are there. So, if current is related to the magnetic field, it is only with respect to the Ampere circuit law. Ampere circuit law states that if a current is moving, or you can say it is called right hand thumb rule also. So if a current is moving in upward direction, then your magnetic field will move in anti-clockwise direction, and that it is a circular in nature, continuous in nature. Okay. So I can relate I with respect to H. How? I is equals to H dot dl. dl is a small elemental length which I have considered for this conductor, and due to which magnetic field is generated in which current I is flowing. So this is the relationship. So if I is there, magnetic field is automatically generated. Similarly, if potential is there, I can relate with respect to E dot dl, electric field with respect to this current element. So with unit wise also you people can identify what is the unit of magnetic field. Unit of magnetic field is ampere per meter. What is the unit of electric field? Electric field unit is volt per meter. So if I want to determine this current, what I will do? Magnetic field must be multiplied with elemental length. So it is satisfied, current is determined. Similarly, if potential is there and electric field need to be determined, the potential must be divided with the elemental length so that electric field will be determined. So with the help of this relation, this I suffix am is converted into this magnetic field, V suffix am is converted into this electric field with the help of this energized element that is called antenna. It is called as, it can be used for transmitting purpose also as well as reception purpose also. If I am transmitting means I am transmitting the AM signal and that signal is converted into the AM waves. Similarly, when I am receiving the signal, it is in the form of an EM wave. EM wave is converted into potential and current. Okay. So this is the basic analogy behind the conversion of potential and current in terms of electric field and magnetic field. As we are transmitting AM signal, it needs to be converted into electric field and magnetic field with the help of small antenna. Okay. With the help of this relation also you can analyze. Now, why I have done all this thing? My motive is to generate an AM signal. Yes, we are generating AM signal, but how we can measure it with the help of some factors. factors with the help of some relations, so that it can be analyzed practically also. Mathematically and practically we can do all these relations step by step. So for that I need to calculate power transmission. Okay. What is the power I am going to deliver in a particular channel, so that it will reach to a receiver end in a more safer way with less deterioration. That is my motive. So first I need to calculate the power. Okay. So how I am going to calculate the power? Let's see. So if I want to calculate the power available in this circuit, what I will write? P is equals to V into I. So V suffix AM and I suffix AM. So this is the power content in my AM signal. Okay. But since my equation speaks that it consists of carrier, it consists of sideband, that means I have to consider with respect to that. Okay. So if I will write AM signal, S suffix AM. So I can write AC plus M of T, and then cos 2 pi FCT. Done? Okay. Now, if I will expand this, again the same spectrum will come. One carrier and two sidebands are added. So what are the carrier? AC cos omega CT plus sidebands are what? In terms of modulation index or in terms of Vm by 2 cos of 2 pi Fc minus Fm whole into T plus Vm by 2 cos of cos of 2 pi Fc plus Fm of T. Okay. So these are the AM signal. First carrier is available and two sidebands are available, LSB and USB. Now when I am going to transmit this AM signal, my total power PT is called as total power transmitted. So what I am transmitting? I am transmitting AM signal. Transmitted. So here I can write it is power available in AM. PT is equals to PAM. But what are the things available in AM? Carrier is also there, as well as two sidebands are there. So what I will write? P suffix C is the power content in the carrier plus power content in the sideband, P suffix SB, which I can expand PC plus PLSB plus P upper sideband. That means power available in carrier, okay, power available in lower sideband, okay, and power available in upper sideband is okay, because here we are using only single tone signal. Okay. So with the help of this relation, we can form a relationship between transmitted power, carrier power and modulation index. So one by one we will discuss. Need not to worry about it. So total power is transmitted as an AM signal, which consists of carrier power, lower sideband power and upper sideband power. Done? Okay. Now how to calculate all these things? We had a relationship, yes. So as we know that power is having a relationship VRMS square divided by R. So with the help of this relation we can determine. Now what is this R? R is the resistiveness in this particular element, because in this particular element potential is going to drop, due to which the potential is converted into electric fields. Current is going to flow in order to convert into magnetic fields. So it is Vrms square by R. So what is this Vrms? Vrms is equals to peak voltage available in a signal divided by root 2. This is the RMS value. Okay. Average value will be Vm by 2. Like that we can represent. So this is Vrms equals to Vm by 2. Now one by one we will calculate. So first, power available in carrier. So power available in carrier is AC RMS whole square divided by R. Now what is AC RMS? AC RMS is AC divided by root 2 whole square divided by R, which is equal to AC square divided by 2R. This is the power content in carrier. If you are considering for single tone, if you are considering for multi-tone, if you are considering for DSPSC or SSPSC also, the power content will be AC square by 2R. Done? Then we will see with respect to lower segment, lower segment power. Again here, so what is the lower segment amplitude? Already it is Vm by 2. So Vrms of this means how much? Here I will write Vm by 2 root 2 whole square divided by R. Why I have written 2 root 2? Because its own amplitude is Vm by 2 divided by root 2, that is the RMS value. So if I will solve this, I will get Vm square divided by 8R. Okay. Similarly, if I am calculating upper segment power, same strength is available. Vm divided by root 2 whole square divided by R. So which is equals to Vm square divided by 8R. So that means the power content in the side band is equal. You can see. So these two are equal power. Why? Because it have the same amplitude. Okay. So this is the LFP, this is the upper segment. Okay. Now we are going to calculate the total power availability in our modulated signal. So total power PT is equals to PC is how much? It is AC square divided by 2R. Now what is your lower segment power? Lower segment power is Vm square divided by 8R. And what is your upper segment power? It is Vm square by 8R. Okay. Now in this, if I will take AC square divided by 2R common, I will get, how much I will get? If I will add these two, it will become as a Vm square divided by 4R. So here I will get Vm divided by AC whole square and then to half. Because if I will add these two, the resultant what I will get, if I will add these two, I will get Vm square divided by 4R. Then that I have represented here. And since I am taking AC square by 2R common, I need to divide this AC here. So it is Vm by this. Now what is this? This is nothing but modulation index. So it is AC square divided by 2R 1 plus MA square divided by 2 whole into this. And this is my total transmitted power or total AM power. Now what is this AC square by 2R? You can see it is represented as PC. So here I can write PC 1 plus ma square divided by 2. So this is my total transmitted power represented in terms of carrier power and modulation index. Here whatever we have discussed, it is with respect to single tone. So this is my modulation index. So this representation I can write for MA in terms of this PT and PC. How? Let's see. If it is MA or MA square, what I will write? I will write PT by PC minus 1 whole into 2. If I will remove this square, I will take that square to right hand side, it will become square root. So MA is equals to twice of PT divided by PC minus 1. These are the small relationships which will help you to solve n number of questions regarding this power transmission with respect to sideband, with respect to carrier and with respect to modulation index. Okay. Now, since it is related with respect to power, you can also represent this modulation index in terms of current also. How? Let's see. So that is called current relationship with respect to modulation index MA. Okay. How? Let's see. Now since we are transmitting the total power PT, this I can write transmitted current IT square into R. Similarly, carrier power here PC, I can write carrier current square into R. Now if I will substitute these two parameters here, my modulation index will become root over of 2. In place of PT, I will write IT. In place of PC, I will write IC. Then it is whole square, then minus 1. So this is the current relationship of transmitted current, carrier current with respect to modulation index. Okay. So this is the representation